What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers Advice. Today is going to be an interesting video. You got a little bit of film study, a little bit talking about new coaches being hired, and a question of the day at the end. Make sure you stay tuned for that, man. Let's jump into the video because first up, man, we're going to jump right into it. So the first person we're talking about is Steve Wilks being hired by the Jets for the defensive coordinator position. Congrats to him. Now, here's the thing. All right, a lot of people talk about, I want Steve Wilks back for the job he did in 2019. And I'd like to have him too, but let's take a look at some of the numbers. All right, compare that, 2019, 2018, give or take, compared to this past year. All right, we're not talking about Steve Wilks when he came in under Frank Reich. We're talking about when he first was here, okay? Back when he had 53 sacks. So let's take a look real quick. Total yards per game, 347 versus the Panthers last year, 404. So that's about a 50-yard difference, give or take. Next thing to look at is rushing yards per game, 143 versus a 179. All right, definitely a little bit of a difference. 231. All right, passing yards allowed per game versus 224. We talked about why sometimes people get a lead against the Panthers and really not throw it as much. All right, sacks 53 versus 32. Third down efficiency 39.9. I think the Panthers like 49. So about a 10% difference, give or take, and then 29 points allowed per game versus 31.4, and this shocked me a little bit, to be honest with you, how close those were. And if you look at the numbers, guys, honestly, the team back then, definitely more loaded, if you know what I'm saying, compared to this year's team, especially that front seven, all right? If we get the right guys in and guys stay healthy, I don't think we're far off from this. Now, 53 sacks, I don't know about all that now, but as far as everything else, I think we can take down the yards per game down to 347, all right? I think rushing yards will come down a lot too. You get Derek Brown, you get another edge guy too, all right? Barring no injuries, I don't think we're that far off from this. The next thing to talk about is this right here. You know, we got to talk about Bryce Young. It's been a week or so we got to talk about Bryce Young. This is going to play into a little bit about what I just got done talking about. Let's talk about why. Bryce Young, his rookie year, got a ton of hate. A ton of hate. You know, and who can blame him? You know, he had Mingo. Okay, Mingo was a rookie with Bryce Young. He had Hayden Hurst. Okay, Hayden Hurst did his thing as Cincy. That makes sense, right? He had DJ Chark. Coming off an injury, I believe. Okay, who else did he have? Laviska Shenault and 31-year-old Adam Thielen. We got to preface this all together. So he had Laviska, he had DJ, he had Hayden Hurst, he had Mingo. Plus, his running back was Miles Sanders that they signed. So we can't forget about Miles. So let's run this back real quick. Miles, Laviska, DJ, all right, Hayden Hurst, and Mingo. Okay. I'm speechless right now, to be honest with you, because I'm still in shock that was the supporting cast. And what I mean by supporting cast is you have the number one pick. Or I'm sorry, you traded the number one pick. You traded, well, we know what they traded. They traded a lot. And you traded probably a top 15, top 10 receiver in the league, DJ Moore. And this is what you surround your number one pick with, guys. Mingo, who was a rookie, so it is what it is there. Hayden Hurst. I mean, look what he did. 9 games again. All right, DJ goes to L.A. Longest pass in Carolina was 47. L.A. was 12 with Herbert. All right, Laviska, 11 games, 5 catches. Miles Sanders, you saw what Chuba did. They traded up to get Bryce Young. All right, they traded up to get that number one pick to get Bryce Young. And this is what they put around him. So they traded up to get Bryce Young with the first overall pick. And this is what they put around him. Plus 31-year-old Adam Thielen. You guys see how bad the front office was? Or really has been in general? You trade up for the number one pick to get Bryce Young. All right, who's not the biggest guy in the world. And this is what you put around him, and you expected him to succeed? With that being said, man, this is just a nice little reality check to see where we've came from. The front office we have now, has made so many better moves than that front office from last year and really the year before that as well. This was a supporting cast around Bryce Young. We'll move on from this, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a reality check. This is what you traded up to get the #1 pick, and this is what you put around him. Nothing against Mingo. It is what it is. It didn't work out. Fine. Hayden Hurst, DJ, Laviska, Miles. They're not bad players, but they're not. Let me just move on. Let me move on. So this is AC Carter right here. All right, new Panthers outside linebackers coach. Completed his first season as a defensive quality control coach for the Denver Broncos in 2022. Goes to the Rams, all right, assistant defensive line coach, and then goes to Carolina where he is now, right, as the outside linebackers coach. What am I hoping AC Carter can bring to the team? All right, the Rams have a couple stud outside linebackers. Now, what am I talking about that for? Well, we know the Panthers are going to draft an edge guy. Who is it going to be? Only the front office knows, and really depends on who's left, right? But the Rams have two great outside linebackers. I'm going to show you a little bit of film on them. You got Jared Verse and Byron Young. If you have time, go check them out. They're a beast. However, when I watch them, I'm like, there's no reason the Panthers can't do this. Like this first play right here. All right, just a simple stunt. All right, you're going to see the end right here. Crash down, bang, engage with the tackle right there. As you're going to see, take a look. Step down, bang. Engage with the tackle, throws the guard off, and here comes Byron Young in. And you know who I could really see kind of benefiting from this is Trevin Wallace. All right. Now, I'm not saying to switch Trevin Wallace from the might to the Sam or the Will, but what I am saying is on certain packages, line him up on the outside. All right. The dude is as athletic as they get, and I just fumbled that right there. But he's probably one of the most athletic guys on the team. Let him get on the outside. All right. Man coverage may not be his thing. Let him try some stunts. Let him try and come in like that. This is who I think could really benefit from somebody like AC Carter. On top of that, I think AC also brings some youth to this team. And you know they're going to draft an edge guy of some sort. I think they're going to draft a middle linebacker too. So when that's the case, all right, have that veteran linebacker who I think they're going to sign. We'll see what happens, all right. Let him drop back, all right. You bring Trevin Wallace in. I think you have to. And I think Trevin Wallace will benefit so much. All right, not just mentally, but physically too, and kind of growing, seeing, okay, when I'm playing the outside and I see people do this, I know what to look for, right? I think it just gives him a lot of room to grow. Now, with that being said, you see the Rams linebackers, all right? They're good one-on-one, all right? It's not just stunts. But you see they've got a back too, and they understand how to use their body, create leverage, even though they're undersized. Because a lot of these linemen, they're what? 305 plus, 315, 320. All right, you got Byron Young on the outside. He's going to get off the chip from the tight end right there, go against the tackle one-on-one, and he just dips underneath, right? And I think, honestly, that the Panthers linebackers, they should be able to do this, to be honest with you. And stay tuned. Question of the day coming up after this play. But let me know your thoughts, all right? I like that the Panthers are getting younger, taking chances on coaches. It's only his second year, or I guess his third coaching stint. And then to wrap it up, all right, question of the day. And this comes from Cam Newton. All right, Panthers great Cam Newton says he wouldn't trade his MVP award for the Super Bowl title. Woo! That's a bold statement. Let me know your thoughts. Would you rather have an MVP or a Super Bowl title? All right, let me know in the comments. That's going to wrap it up. I'll catch you guys on Monday. We'll see if any breaking news comes out of Carolina this weekend. Stay tuned, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.